On September the 8th, 2017, the Satan turned one sister against another in a small home in Orlando, Florida.
This woman accused of murdering her own sister because that woman and her long-distance boyfriend had been flirting, apparently.
The jealousy in eyes of 21-year-old girl blinded her from seeing how this action will haunt her for remainder of her days of the planet Earth.
Like, intentionally trying to steal my fiancé that I have talked to daily for 5 years.
But who exactly is this girl, and what happened on September 8th, 2017? Well, before we dive into the details, welcome back to my channel. I may not have many followers, but your single comment gives me a glimmer of hope. 21-year-old Fatiha Marzan, consumed by jealousy and emotional turmoil, killed her 20-year-old sister, Samia, after believing that Samia had been flirting with her long-distance boyfriend, Joseph Farmer. Despite having confronted both Samia and Joseph about their growing closeness, Fatiha's obsession led her to plan the murder. She had purchased daggers 2 weeks prior and waited until 4:30 a.m. when the house was quiet to carry out the attack. Afterward, Fatiha briefly considered suicide before calling 911, but Samia died from her injuries. So the cops arrested Fatiha and brought her in for questioning.
You called 911 earlier in reference to your sister, and I spoke to where's her name? Miriam. Okay, and she kind of explained what's going on. So I guess I just want to understand, like, from your point of view, what happened.
She was, like, intentionally trying to steal my fiancé that I have talked to daily for 5 years.
The detective starts by showing empathy and understanding, acknowledging how difficult Fatiha's situation must be. This helps to lower her defenses and makes her feel like the detective is on her side. By appearing understanding, the detective creates a space where Fatiha feels comfortable enough to share her thoughts, however difficult or incriminating.
Okay. Are we talking about Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just getting worse. And she didn't care about how it made me feel. And she had broken up with her ex when this started, and the first thing she came to was the most convenient person. And I told her, and we talked about it multiple times. And I told her to find someone else, because this one is already taken. And she kept pressing, and things were just getting worse. And I could see that she still had no intention of stopping, and everything was just ruined. And she doesn't care. And I just couldn't stand seeing them together. I didn't want to.
Well, I'm sorry that you felt that way.
The detective uses language to downplay the severity of Fatiha's crime, subtly minimizing the murder. By referring to the situation in less harsh terms, like asking her to explain her perspective, the detective makes Fatiha feel like she's being given the opportunity to defend herself or rationalize her actions.
Well, it made me really angry, and I tried for almost a year now to just try to have it be normal or stay strong about it, but she just wouldn't stop.
And what was she doing exactly with Joseph that made you feel like she was trying to take him from you?
Basically, like, trying to be in a relationship practically already in one.
Did Joseph feel that way? Like, or was he just being nice and talking to him?
That's how it started. She was he was trying to help her through it, but then she was just like, I don't know, she just flirts with everyone.
Okay. And Joseph, what's Joseph's last name? Farmer. Okay. Do you know his birthday?
August 21st, 2000.
August 21st, 2000. Okay. Joseph does not live in Florida right now, correct? Where does he live?
In North Carolina.
Do you know, like, what city or?
Chapel Hill.
At various points, the detective directly implies Fatiha's guilt by suggesting that she's not being entirely truthful. This tactic is effective in applying pressure. The more the detective suggests that Fatiha is hiding something, the more compelled she feels to justify herself or deny the accusations. In doing so, she ultimately admits to key details of the crime.
Okay, when you said 5 years, when did you and Joseph meet?
2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what year or what month?
October. So it's basically 5 years now.
Yep. And how'd you guys meet?
In a group chat on Skype.
On a group chat on Skype? Okay. Have you met him in person? Okay. How many times have you?
Once. We were going to move out together, and then my sister knew how hard I was working to save up money. I was working 60 plus hours a week, and in the meantime, she was just doing that behind my back.
Where did that one time that you met Joseph, where was that at?
He was only here for a bit, so it was at a hotel.
Okay.
He was traveling to Miami because he lived there most of his life, but then on the way back he figured he could stop by.
Sure. Okay. Do you remember like when that was exactly?
It was 2019. Wait, I think it was 2019, July.
July. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that you were working like 60 plus hours. Is that in 1 week or like in a 2 week pay period?
1 week.
In 1 week. Okay. Tell me about your job. What do you do?
I caption calls for the hard of hearing.
Caption calls for people that can't hear? Okay. How does that work exactly?
I like listen in, and I'm transcribing what the other person is saying to the person who can't hear. So then I type it out, or speak it mostly, and then they see the words on their screen. So if they can't catch everything, they can see what's said, and it helps them.
Okay. So you caption calls for essentially for deaf, right?
Or almost deaf.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of them are elderly, but some of them.
While the detective remains calm and collected, there's an implied contrast with the bad cop, the threat of harsher punishment should she continue to withhold the truth. This psychological contrast encourages Fatiha to cooperate, believing that she might face more severe consequences if she doesn't provide a confession.
Worried about that while paying rent.
Yeah.
And then the past year, I've mostly just been doing those extra hours.
For the past year?
Except the past few months.
What do you mean the past few months? What happened?
That's when I started. I think there was like less extra hours available.
There wasn't as much availability. Okay.
And I also had less motivation.
Motivation? Okay. You maybe felt like you were overworked or something else?
It was, the situation was getting complicated, and
with you and Joseph? Or? Okay, I didn't know if you're talking about work or if you're talking about, yeah, okay. So, like, things you were hitting some speed bumps in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's understandable. I mean, if you're with someone for 5 years, I would assume there's always hard times, but, you do your best to work through it and get through it together, which it sounds like you tried very hard to do so.
Mm-hmm.
The detective uses language that downplays the severity of the crime, such as asking Fatiha about her emotional state and emphasizing how difficult the situation must have been for her. This technique helps Fatiha justify her actions in her mind and feel less guilt about the murder, making her more likely to talk.
You had said that your sister, over the last year, has been making advanced movements towards Joseph and flirting. You said that she flirts with everyone. How exactly did they communicate that you know of?
Just every, texting, calling, playing games together, just doing anything.
The detective repeatedly asks Fatiha to explain her feelings, motivations, and the events leading up to the crime. This repetitive questioning serves to reinforce her emotions and helps the detective gather specific details. It also subtly pressures Fatiha to repeat her story, which can cause her to slip up and reveal inconsistencies.
You would do with a normal couple.
Okay. And I guess, did you see these text messages or hear these phone calls? How do you know they happened?
She lives in the same room as me.
Sure.
And so then, it's obvious when they're playing together because I'll see them on the same game. It has, activity status on Discord. Or even if I'm at work, I can tell after knowing about it. And then, she would usually leave the room to call, and then during that period he doesn't text me either, and I just knew they were calling.
She would leave the room to call him? Okay, so you're not certain?
Oh, no, I'm sure it's that she was calling him.
Okay. How do you know?
There were certain times,
I mean, I definitely understand, the gut feeling, just knowing that, something's not right. I feel like every female has it. When something's just not right, or you feel like your man's doing something that, he shouldn't be doing, we all get these feelings, and, most of the time we're not wrong.
The detective subtly confronts Fatiha by accusing her of being dishonest or not fully revealing the truth. She doesn't directly accuse Fatiha of the crime, but instead hints that there's more to the story, which forces Fatiha to keep justifying her actions. This tactic increases the pressure, and Fatiha feels compelled to confess to avoid further confrontation.
So I get that, but I'm saying, did you see on her phone his name, and then...
Yes. Sometimes I come home and I see they're sleeping on call together.
Okay.
I'll see, or I'll hear, because sometimes it's she goes to sleep but he's playing. And he does that with me, usually, but then sometimes I'll be at work, so I come home late, and she's already sleeping, and then I see on her phone his number.
Do you know his number by heart? No.
I usually Skype call.
You Skype call? Okay. How do you guys communicate normally? Is it, you said Skype?
Calling or texting.
Okay. And do you text normal phone numbers, or is it through some sort of app?
Discord.
Discord?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or Discord?
Discord.
Discord,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I just learned about it tonight, so I'm still trying to understand it. Do you also game and play?
I used to a little more.
Yeah.
But then I started working.
Yeah, you're busy, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you call, you message each other on Discord, and then you also Skype, right? You said Skype? Okay.
Recently, the thing we play most is Runeterra.
What's
It's a card game. Runeterra.
Runeterra. Okay. Do you guys like that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so your other sister, I'm probably...
Throughout the interrogation, the detective repeats key points about the situation, such as her feelings of betrayal and jealousy over her sister's actions. This repetition reinforces Fatiha's internal narrative, making it easier for her to internalize the situation and eventually admit to her motivations.
your other sister, I'm probably Miriam?
Mariam is how I say it, but you can say Miriam.
Miriam, okay. She said that she also kind of like communicates with Joseph as well, like through Discord, and like, so that's normal. Is that normal to you?
I can see their texts because we're in a server together.
Okay.
And they talk normally. My other sister, she respects that.
Okay.
So then she, doesn't overstep.
So they're like friends, and that's okay. Because, I mean, obviously, she would have never known Joseph had it not been for you, right?
Yeah.
Your younger sister. Right, for both sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So I just wanted to understand, because it seems like Joseph kind of like is a gamer as well, and like, so the fact that he's, talking to both your sisters, I just didn't understand, or I didn't know if there was like some sort of animosity with him talking to one versus the other, or how you felt about it.
What's animosity?
Like upset, like, or felt like kind of like, are both of your sisters feel, like, do you feel like both of your sisters are betraying you? I'm sorry.
My youngest, the youngest sister, it's like a kind of a past record thing of, she's considerate towards me, and the other one is past record of just not considering, like, my belongings or just my feelings at all.
Yeah.
It's, like, been since we were little, like, she just doesn't.
So you guys are, what, a year apart? Yeah, if that. So you're close in age, and have you always shared a room?
For a long time. It was kind of, we switched rooms around because there were a lot of siblings, but
right.
For a long time, I've shared the same room with her.
Okay, because I don't think I have her birthday's in...
The detective often isolates the conversation to Fatiha's personal feelings and actions, focusing on how she felt about the situation rather than external factors. This tactic minimizes distractions and brings Fatiha's emotional state to the forefront, encouraging her to reflect on her motives and rationalize her actions.
Right, so March of 2002, so like a year and some time. But, okay, so you guys are pretty close, like she's your closest sibling in age, correct? Right, okay.
The youngest sister, so she was like, I can see that she's just, being friendly. She's not flirting with him, but the other one is intentionally flirting with him.
Is there any, like, thing specific that you, like, would consider her flirting, so I can understand, like, an example?
Like...
Or, like, what you consider flirting to be? When it comes to the two of them? Like, what does she do?
I think sending texts about, like, how, like, oh, you're so handsome, heart emoji, things like that.
Okay.
Also, he's really honest still, so he tells me the things too.
So he tells you what she says to him?
Just I ask, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so you had mentioned that you can see your younger sister's messages with him because you share a server, but you can't see your...
We don't share any servers together.
Saima? Yeah, you can't see her... So you have to share in order to see each other's stuff? Like, do you have to actively share?
Because then you're, like, multiple people in a place versus, like, just one-on-one.
Okay.
So with him, he just does one-on-one, but it's not us three in any chat together.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand Discord and, like, how it works and, like, if you can share something or
like
not, or if it's like so it's more like a three-way, like you have to include everyone and then everyone can see what's going on. It's like a group chat.
It's a group chat,
yeah?
But the difference is the servers have some, like, more features. Like, you can join a little voice call together.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I've never heard of this, so interesting. Okay, so your sister has been essentially trying to steal your boyfriend, or your fiance, I'm sorry, and it's just kind of taken a toll on you. It's been a long time coming. You've been working very hard to become more independent with Joseph and to get your own place. And
Which she had knowledge of.
and I mean, that room's small, so I'm sure there's, whatever you do, she knows, and whatever she does, you know.
The detective isolates Fatiha's feelings, focusing specifically on her emotional state, frustrations with her sister, and relationship with Joseph. This makes her feel like her emotions and motivations are the focal point of the conversation, which forces her to internalize the events and rationalize them.
Was Joseph, was he complimenting her back? Was he doing these things that she was doing? Okay.
But I feel like a lot of it comes from, he wanted her not to be sad. And she would request things, for example, like, oh, why don't you match profile pictures with me? You do that with her. And he kind of just wanted both of us to be happy. And then I could see her, because I know him, I know how he acts because of what, it's just the things you observe. And I could see the difference, or like the influence, and like his mindset changing because he wants her to not be upset.
And she's upset because of what?
Because she wants him.
And he's with you? Okay.
And she wants it only them two, not me in the picture.
Right.
He's fine with both in the picture.
Okay.
So, and I kind of was, like, to an extent, but she was pushing it past the line.
Like, you were okay with them having, like, a friendship and, like, talking still and communicating, but you didn't want her to disrespect the relationship you had with Joseph, right? Okay. I'm not trying to put, like, any words in your mouth or anything. I'm just trying to understand and make sure I understand what you're telling me.
She was just going all out.
Okay.
And I told her not to do that, and she said she wouldn't. So she just always says things to make me stop talking, feels like.
Okay. Do you know if she has you know what kind of phone she has?
No.
The detective frequently uses moments of silence after Fatiha speaks. By staying quiet, she encourages Fatiha to fill the void with more information, which often leads to Fatiha revealing further details or contradictions. The discomfort of silence can make the subject feel pressured to keep talking, especially when they want to avoid the awkwardness.
And she's upset because of what?
Because she wants him.
And he's with you? Okay.
And she wants it only them two, not me in the picture.
Right.
He's fine with both in the picture.
Okay.
So, and I kind of was, like, to an extent, but she was pushing it past the line.
Like, you were okay with them having, like, a friendship and, like, talking still and communicating, but you didn't want her to disrespect the relationship you had with Joseph, right? Okay. I'm not trying to put, like, any words in your mouth or anything. I'm just trying to understand and make sure I understand what you're telling me.
She was just going all out.
Okay.
And I told her not to do that, and she said she wouldn't. So she just always says things to make me stop talking, feels like.
Okay. Do you know if she has you know what kind of phone she has?
No.
No? Okay. Would you know if she had a password on her phone?
I think it's a Samsung. I think her passcode's just her fingerprint.
Okay. You've never seen her put in, like, numbers or, like, draw, like, Samsungs, I think you can draw.
I don't think, so, but I see on there it says, like, Touch ID.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to see, like, potential messages. I want to see, like, what she's been doing to make you feel this way. So I just didn't know with you guys, the bed, the room, everything's so close, if you may have seen her.
She just locks the door a lot sometimes.
Without you in it?
And then I can't come back in because she just wants to talk to him.
So you knew of their relationship and you told her basically...
Throughout the interrogation, the detective subtly frames the situation as if Fatiha has control over how things unfold. She does this by asking open-ended questions and offering Fatiha the chance to explain her actions. This creates the illusion of control, making Fatiha feel that she is the one driving the narrative, when in reality, the detective is guiding her toward revealing incriminating details.
So she just always says things to make me stop talking, feels like.
Okay. Do you know if she has you know what kind of phone she has?
No.
No? Okay. Would you know if she had a password on her phone?
I think it's the Samsung. I think her passcode's just her fingerprint.
Okay. You've never seen her put in, like, numbers or, like, draw, like, Samsung's, I think you can draw.
I don't think so, yeah, but I see on there it says, like, Touch ID.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I wanna see, like, potential messages. I wanna see, like, you know, what she's been doing to make you feel this way. So I just didn't know with you guys, the bed, you know, the room, everything's so close, if you may have seen her.
She locks the door a lot sometimes.
Without you in it?
And then I can't come back in because she just wants to talk to him.
So you knew of their relationship and you told her basically, like, I want you to respect my, like, romantic relationship with Joseph, but you can still have a friendship with him. Is that true? Yes? Okay. And so that friendship for them consisted of, like...
It got past the point of a friendship.
In your eyes?
Because of what she wanted.
Did you hear her saying what she wanted? Like, what, or this is just what you felt?
She kind of told me, like...
Okay. What did he tell you? If you recall.
Well, one example is he did admit that there was flirting, and that he said that...
He admitted there was flirting?
Yeah, that she says, I love you.
She tells him that she loves him? Okay.
I think he started doing it too.
And when was this? When did he tell you all this stuff?
Well, different things came at different times, but it started October last year. I asked a lot of questions when I found out. And at that point, it was already like things kind of starting. Before that was when they were friends.
Okay. How long have they, because you're...
Kind of on and off, because, like, there was a time when I don't know, I just didn't want her talking to him because I know how she is, so I told her to block him, but then she unblocked him. And they were still friends, but then when I told her not to talk to him, and she did stop talking to him, but then she went back without asking me because of her breakup with her boyfriend.
When did she, that's what I was going to ask, when did she break up with her boyfriend?
I think it was 2020. Maybe early 2020. I know when she started feeling, she was the one who broke up with him. That's also what bothers me.
While the interrogation might seem to have a calm and empathetic tone, the detective's approach contrasts with the more aggressive tactics that might be used by other officers in similar situations. This creates the sense that she is the good cop, someone who is trying to understand Fadiha's emotional state rather than simply focus on the crime. This makes Fadiha feel more comfortable, thus lowering her resistance and encouraging more openness.
I'm not trying to, pry too much, but I'm just trying to make sure I make sense of it and that I understand because it's important. So, did you talk to Joseph at all today? Tonight? Yes? And how did you do that?
Called him.
Called him? Okay, and is that like through Skype or like his actual phone number?
Actual phone number.
Okay.
Because he wasn't picking up Skype.
He wasn't picking up Skype. Okay. When you talked to him, was it like, you have an iPhone, right? Was it on FaceTime? Like, could you see him, or was it just a voice call? Okay. And That was before you had called for an ambulance, right? Okay. What exactly, like, what was the extent of that conversation?
Well, I told him what I did.
Okay.
He didn't understand. He thought I could have done, and cause I felt like I didn't have much options.
Right.
But he felt like I should have talked about it and there was options, and I told him I tried talking about it. I just didn't the specific extent, but I did do everything. Tried talking about it multiple times. Told him how it made me feel and how I just wanted it, like, to be gone. But he didn't really understand, and he was really disappointed, and no, he's not gonna talk to me.
Sorry.
Which I kind of already planned for that he would feel, but I didn't expect my sister to talk to me about it.
So do you remember, like, what time the incident took place? Like,
When I did it? 4:30 a.m.
And why does that time, like...
Why did I choose that time?
Or how did you know it was that time?
I checked the phone.
You checked your phone? Okay. And so you guys sleep in that bed together, I'm assuming? Okay. Did you guys both, like, go to bed the night prior? At the same time, or?
She sleeps earlier than me usually.
What time did she go to bed?
Oh, that night,
Last night?
Last night. Maybe around 3.
A.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. So she went to bed around 3. And you were still up? Okay. What time do you normally go to bed?
Like 5 or 6.
In the morning? Okay. You went to bed, I'm sorry, this morning you took a little, you said you had napped.
The detective presents Fatiha with information that forces her to reconcile conflicting thoughts. She asks questions that make Fatiha challenge her beliefs and emotions, such as asking if she had truly considered other options before taking drastic action. This creates cognitive dissonance, which can lead to a confession as Fatiha tries to resolve the internal conflict.
All right. What time do you normally go to bed?
Like 5 or 6.
In the morning? Okay. You went to bed, I'm sorry, this morning you took a little, you said you had napped. You said 5?
That time I napped at...
Or you went to bed at 5 today, or you went to bed at 6? Sorry. Or
I think last night I went to bed around 5 or maybe 5:30.
So but you normally go between 5 and 6. You normally fall asleep, and your sister normally falls asleep around 3. But last night she fell asleep around 3, right? And then you fell asleep.
Normally she might fall asleep around 2.
Okay. But last night she went to bed at 3. Okay. And then you normally go to bed or between 5 and 6, but last night you went to bed at what time did you say?
Probably 5.
5. Okay.
I don't remember exactly how long after, but it wasn't too long after because I just felt nauseous.
So was your sister asleep?
At various points, the detective provides Fatiha with a way to explain or rationalize her actions, such as attributing them to overwhelming emotional distress or believing that she had no other choice. By doing this, the detective helps her feel that confessing isn't as severe as she might have thought. This tactic makes her more likely to open up.
Okay. She never woke up?
Well, she did.
Okay. When it was happening? Okay. Do you remember how many times you used the knife? you remember where on her body?
Heart.
Her heart? Okay. I'm assuming that's where you wanted? Okay. Do you have any injuries? Did you get hurt? No. And you said she woke up? Okay. Did she say anything?
What the fuck?
At times, the detective gently shifts the blame away from Fatiha, focusing instead on external factors or her sister's behavior, like flirting with Joseph. This indirect approach makes Fatiha more likely to rationalize her actions as being a response to external provocation. By making her feel justified, the detective indirectly encourages Fatiha to accept responsibility for the crime, as it was framed as an inevitable response.
And also help.
Did you say anything to her?
I said stop because she was moving too much. That was all.
Okay. And you said that you've been like battling with this since you had ordered the knives. That's how, so you kind of have thought about this before. And I mean, you stabbed her in her heart. I feel like that meant something to you, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you visit the doctors? Have you ever visited the doctors?
Just any?
Like a pediatrician or like a specialist or anything like that?
Not really. I used to go when I was little. I think one of the last ones I went to was I was trying to see what I could do at the dentist.
Okay.
And I went for my eyeglasses.
Okay, you have a hard time seeing?
Yeah, I forgot to bring them.
Oh gosh, okay.
I'm more close to the paper.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so you have a hard time seeing, and then you felt like you had gone maybe like to a dentist to try to look at your teeth. Yeah. Okay. And one of your sisters told me you graduated from Colonial High School. Yeah. Okay. Did you like going to that school? Meh. Okay. Did you get good grades? Like, were you a good student? Yeah.
I didn't have too many friends, like the last 3 years. The 12th year, my 12th grade, I had dual enrollment full time, so I was just not really ever there. I was in college.
So you're smart.
Yeah. They wanted me to go to college. They're like, you want to do dual enrollment? I was like, man, I'll think about it. And then the next year I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you met friends like more through college, or
I actually didn't really have many friends at college. I had a couple of friends in my classes at high school. In 9th grade, was more real life involved, but the last years of college, I was mostly just online friends.
Okay. So like your Snapchat friends, you've met them like through?
There were Snapchat friends were mostly through online virtual world game.
Online gaming. Okay.
And then other ones I met on PlayStation games.
The detective subtly mirrors Fatiha's body language and speech patterns. This technique, although seemingly neutral, establishes rapport and helps the suspect feel understood. By unconsciously reflecting Fatiha's behaviors, the detective subtly makes her feel more connected to the interviewer, which encourages Fatiha to open up more about her emotions and motives.
The gaming systems and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. And like in high school, did you ever get in trouble for anything?
Once, because I tried going home early on my birthday because I wanted to go somewhere, but there's like a little security lady on the golf cart. She noticed it, and then she's like, hey, you can't do that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, those golf cart people, they get there. They get around quick on those things. Okay, so, like, you tried to play hooky on your birthday, but you got caught, so you didn't really play hooky. But, okay, so, but did you have to, like, do, no, she just was like, go back to class. Don't do it again. Okay. But, like, you've never been in trouble, like, for fighting or any of that stuff, like?
I was the quiet kid.
Quiet, yeah.
But then no one has any reason to dislike me because I'm different.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's how your sister described you. She described you as nice. So okay. I guess, like, how do you feel right now?
Kind of sad that, well, I didn't plan on being here for the aftermath, but then I knew it would be that he wouldn't want to talk to me, so kind of sad that Lincoln sees me the way he does now.
It's just that sees you the way he does, yeah.
And I keep wondering if maybe it was a bad choice. But I thought about it and I just did it because of reasons.
Instead of confronting Fatiha outright with accusations, the detective increases the intensity of the questioning progressively. At first, the detective is soft, but as Fatiha provides her narrative, the detective introduces more difficult and confrontational questions that force Fatiha to face the contradictions in her story. This method slowly ramps up the pressure without being overtly aggressive.
Right, yeah, reasons that we've talked about.
And then those reasons are like harder to see now that it's over with, just because there's like a sense of getting it over with.
Right. Okay, that makes...
So then it makes me wonder if it was after the fact.
Right. And you're saying that your sister had caught you. Well, first you said you took a nap, right? And then when did you leave? Around what time did you leave your room?
Oh, I didn't leave my room. She wanted in.
She wanted in.
I
Okay.
had been texting her.
The detective uses pacing, matching Fatiha's responses and emotions, followed by guiding her to the next point. She mirrors Fatiha's emotions when necessary, and then gently steers the conversation in the direction the detective wants, using Fatiha's own words as a foundation. This technique builds trust while subtly guiding the conversation toward incriminating details.
Like the past couple of days, that was weird, and then I was texting her, like, I said she was the best, and she was like, oh, that seems weird. Why would she say that?
Okay, just telling her. Okay. Did she know what you were going to do?
She kind of got a hint just from... I did accidentally mess up because I sent a message and she got a preview of it, but I didn't mean to send it. I meant to edit another message so it wouldn't give a notification. But basically she kind of saw part of it when it came up, and then she was kind of suspicious.
What did the message say that she may have saw?
I was telling her that what I did.
Oh, you told her what you had already done? Oh, okay. I'm talking about before what happened at 4:30.
The detective uses indirect references to societal expectations, asking questions that imply how normal people would respond in such a situation. This social comparison encourages Fatiha to align with what is considered acceptable, which might lead her to confess, especially if she feels out of place or abnormal by not doing so.
4:30. Oh, my other sister.
Yeah, did she know that you were going to do what you did to your...
She didn't know until I was gonna do.
Until it already happened.
Yeah.
And then you were contemplating trying to potentially kill yourself, right? Okay. And I guess, what was your reasoning for wanting to kill yourself?
That it felt like everything was already ruined and that it was only gonna get worse.
Things with you and Joseph were already ruined? Okay.
And then there's just everyone would see me like a certain way because they don't understand the situation.
At times, the detective subtly normalizes Fatiha's feelings and actions by suggesting that people often do crazy things when they're overwhelmed by love or emotions. This tactic can help Fatiha feel less isolated or judged for her actions, making it easier for her to confess. By aligning her behavior with a common emotional reaction, the detective decreases the perceived severity of her crime in Fatiha's mind.
Right. Okay. Have you ever tried to harm yourself?
I didn't expect.
You did what?
I didn't ever imagine doing anything like that to me or someone else.
Sure.
But I don't know. I don't really have much passion for anything, but he was one of the only things I did have passion for, so the feelings about everything were just heightened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like you were head over heels. We heard that saying before. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else about like the complicated situation that you feel like I don't have a good understanding on, or anything that you think is important that I know? Does Joseph live by himself? Does he live with his parents?
He has
roommates?
Well, his parents got divorced, but now he has his mom and a little brother.
Okay.
But he's usually alone in his room.
Okay. Do you know his mom's name?
Kyle.
Kyle?
K-A-Y-O.
K-A-Y-O. That's his mother's name?
Mm-hmm.
Is her last name Farmer?
No, Sakuragi.
Oh, bless. You know how to spell that?
Mm-hmm. S-A-K-U-R-A-G-I.
That's it? Okay. And what's his brother's name?
Will Farmer.
Is it William, by any chance, or do you think it's just Will? Or not sure?
Not sure.
Okay. And do you know how old he is?
Will?
Approximately.
Approximately. I say maybe 13 or 14.
Okay. Your Amazon account, is there a password for it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the password? I just want to see that purchase.
Okay. I think that's...
The detective encourages Fatiha to reflect on her motivations, actions, and emotional state, leading her to continuously process what happened. By guiding Fatiha through her thoughts, the detective makes her confront the internal conflict between her emotions, e.g., jealousy, betrayal, and the crime itself. This leads to greater self-awareness, and in turn, can make her more likely to confess.
There's no... Is that I'm sorry, obviously there's different backgrounds and stuff like that. Is that a religious thing? Like they just don't barge into your bedroom, or can you tell me a little bit more about that?
That's the only
It's usually what?
locked.
It's usually locked. Okay. So that's why they just don't go in.
If it's open, they don't knock. They just kind of open it.
Oh, okay. So you usually barge in. Okay. But like, mom and dad didn't bother to like go and open or try or like that. It just so happens today they didn't bother to do that. And the only reason why you eventually did it was because you said your little sister was like wanting to go inside.
Yeah, and I have a weak spot for her.
And you have a weak spot, right? Because you knew it was her. But did it
Mommy, like in the daytime, Mommy did come multiple times. She wanted me to eat, and she wanted me to open my window because it was really hot in the house. So she came to check up on me.
What do you remember? What time was that?
Like noon, and then like at 2.
Okay. So
Like every couple hours.
so she could check what happened. The door was locked. What would you say? Like.
I just said later.
You'd say what? I'm sorry.
Later. Or
Later.
If she asks a question, like, hey, can you open now? Just go no.
Did she ask for your sister at any point? Or was it just like checking on the girls?
It was just kind of both, but more she knew I was awake, so she asked me.
Oh, okay.
Probably just expected her.
And is your schedule like that because of your work? Like you work overnight? Oh, okay.
I also just hate waking up in the morning.
Oh, we got that in common.
Like, I can go to sleep early and I'll still wake up red eyes if I wake up in the morning.
Oh, okay. I see. It's rough waking up early. I'm struggling right now. I used to be in a position where I used to work only nights. It was beautiful, but waking up early is a little
I
rough.
like being at least past 2 p.m. before.
Oh, yeah. I will go to bed like at 4 in the morning. Yeah, so.
So it's basically not abnormal for you to be left alone in your room or to be in your room. Like no one's gonna make sure they see you, like physically see you or your sister.
It's normal that if it's locked and you just tell them to go away,
they go away. Okay. And were you able to, like, because I spoke with your dad a little bit, and you guys pray often. Are you allowed to pray in your room, and that's okay? Or, okay, like they don't make you pray in a certain area in the house?
They prefer it, like the living room has more area, but it's not required or anything.
Okay. Okay, so your sisters only came towards the end, like when, shortly before you called 911, they came into the room. Okay.
My older sister wanted to see her, so after I told her, so then, so I let her in too, but just them two.
Okay, and where did they stand, did they sit?
They stood. This is a small room that takes up most of it, and then it was just standing.
They were just standing. Okay. Okay.
Also, question about the Snapchat thingy. The chats don't save on there.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing there from the friends I talked to about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Just letting you know.
I appreciate it. Okay. I don't think I have anything else. I think you're good. Okay. You just raise your right hand for me. Do you promise and swear everything we've talked about has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Throughout the interrogation, the detective repeatedly reassures Fatiha that she is not here to judge her, but to understand what happened. By emphasizing her neutral role, the detective subtly encourages Fatiha to see the investigator as an ally, someone who will listen without judgment. This psychological tactic makes Fatiha more likely to open up, believing the investigator understands her emotional turmoil.
I have to take your phone. As part of the investigation, I have to take your phone. I'll be writing a search warrant for the judge, so the judge will tell me, like, hey, yes, you have probable cause to go into her phone, and then we're going to go into it and download it and go from there. But if you need, like, numbers or something from it, I can get you those numbers. Okay?
But will I get it back?
Maybe one day.
When is?
Well, I don't know. It just kind of depends on where the investigation goes, and and kind of what happened. Yeah. So, you might.
So you're gonna look through which things?
Probably everything, to be honest. Every form of communication, just to see who you may have talked to. I mean, you've been pretty open with us, but so this is kind of how this works.
The detective deliberately points out minor contradictions or discrepancies in Fatiha's story without directly accusing her of lying. This tactic is designed to make Fatiha more aware of the inconsistencies and force her to address them. By doing so in a non-confrontational way, the detective creates a subtle pressure that can lead the suspect to correct their story and provide more accurate or additional information.
So someone will tell you a story. They'll tell you, their side of the story, and then there's another side of the story, and then somewhere in the middle, we normally find what we call, the truth. So I'm not saying that you lied, but I can't take your word for it. I have to back it up with evidence. I have to corroborate it, which means that I have to prove that what you're telling me, what you sat here and told me, is true and accurate. And the way I do that is I go through people's phones. And I prove, yes, she made this phone call. She called Bubby at this time. She called Abu at this time. She called 911 next, and just kind of go through what you said. And then, there's always people, even though you told me everything, essentially, people will talk about it and they'll communicate, and the communication that you have with your sister, I need to read about that. I need to see it.
The detective fosters an emotional connection between Fatiha and the investigation by frequently validating her emotional pain and struggles. This leads Fatiha to feel that her emotional story is essential to the investigation, making her more likely to confess. The more emotionally invested she becomes in sharing her side, the more likely she is to reveal details that contribute to the case.
Because I can take your word for it all day long, and I'm not saying you're a liar, but I just have to corroborate it. I can't take your word for it, even though I want to, and I believe you, and I don't feel like you lied to me, but I can't just take people's word for it in this line of work. I have to corroborate everything that is told to me, if I can. So if I can corroborate it, I will. If I can't, then it's just kind of your word.
I just feel like most of the information isn't on the text, it's on the calls, clearly the important stuff is called out, even between them two.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's just part of the investigation. I honestly take everyone's phone. And then, when it can be released, it's released. But I just don't have the answer. Because, I'm the lead investigator. I'm not the state attorney or anything like that.
The detective subtly suggests that admitting the truth will bring closure, not just to the investigation, but to Fatiha's emotional turmoil. By framing confession as a way to end her suffering, the detective encourages Fatiha to come clean, as it feels like the only way to relieve her emotional burden and the chaos in her mind.
So at the end of the day, the state attorney has the final say on what happens. Okay? But I can get you numbers if you need anything from it. You can't have it right now. Okay? Any other questions before we get you some water and hopefully find you some chips?
Will you just ask him, his side of it?
Joseph? Yeah.
Okay. Because I know he doesn't understand it the same way I did. From the last call, he wasn't agreeing that, he thinks I forgot some of the important calls when we talked about stuff, but to me it's obvious that he forgets important talks.
In the final stages of the interrogation, the detective subtly introduces the idea that Fatiha's story is now reaching its conclusion. She suggests that Fatiha is nearing the end of her involvement, making it feel like this is the point where everything can be wrapped up. This gives Fatiha a sense of finality, encouraging her to share all the details before the investigation is over.
He has a bad memory, but So then things that I see as reoccurring to him, it might seem like not there, or like once. We just didn't quite see to level the last call.
Yeah, you didn't like see eye to eye. I understand, and I mean, to be honest, like a male's perspective on something versus a female is probably never going to be the same. That's just life.
Especially when it feels like I can see the influence on him. He can't see it because he's not being influenced.
Sure.
So things like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll be right back, okay?
As Fatiha speaks, the detective occasionally reiterates how her actions will be looked at from an objective standpoint, subtly reinforcing the need for accountability. By mentioning how the investigation must be backed up by evidence, the detective reminds Fatiha that her words have weight and must align with the facts, which increases pressure for honesty.
This woman accused of murdering her own sister because that woman and her long-distance boyfriend had been flirting, apparently. 21-year-old Fatima Marzan is accused of stabbing her 20-year-old sister 3 to 4 times. Deputies say Marzan recently found out that her sister would flirt with the boyfriend while playing video games, so she bought a set of knives 2 weeks ago with plans to kill her sister. Marzan is now in jail with no bond.
As of now, there is no publicly available information regarding the sentencing of Fatiha Marzan for the murder of her sister, Saima Marzan. She has been charged with first-degree murder and is being held without bond in Orange County Jail. Fatiha has entered a not guilty plea, and illegal proceedings are ongoing.